Emily always believed that her marriage was built on honesty. For 12 years, she trusted her husband, Daniel, with every corner of her heart. He was gentle, soft-spoken, and the kind of man who quietly repaired things around the house without being asked. Loose steps, flickering lights, the leaky faucet she always ignored. She loved him the way you love someone who becomes woven into your daily existence, unnoticed at times, but irreplaceable. But every love story, no matter how perfect it appears, has a moment when the truth knocks on the door. And Emily's moment began on a quiet winter evening. The house was unusually silent, the kind of silence that feels heavy, almost watchful. Emily stood in the living room with her coat still on, holding a grocery bag, listening to the clock ticking above the fireplace. Daniel was supposed to be home. He always called if he was late. Always.
Tonight, he didn't.
She tried to brush off the worry. People run late. Traffic happens.
Honesty.
But there was something in her chest, an instinct she couldn't ignore. Her eyes drifted to the old oak drawer in Daniel's study. A drawer he always kept locked. A drawer she had never touched. Something told her to open it. Something cold. Something sharp. Emily wasn't someone who snooped. She believed privacy was sacred. But that night, a feeling she couldn't explain guided her steps. She walked quietly to the study, the wooden floor creaking under her feet. When she reached the drawer, she felt her pulse quicken. She expected it to be locked, but it wasn't. Daniel had forgotten to close it properly. That alone was strange enough to make her hands tremble. Inside the drawer lay a small black notebook.
Worn.
Faded at the edges, like something that had been opened far too many times. She lifted it gently, almost afraid, and began reading. What she found inside shattered her breath. Page after page, filled with dates,
Times.
locations,
Notes.
all written in Daniel's handwriting. Meetings, messages, places he had visited without telling her. At first glance, it looked like a diary. But a diary of what? The last entry made her blood turn to ice. Friday, 6:30 p.m. Room 214. Final decision. She froze. Friday, 6:30 p.m. Room 214. It was today. Her heart dropped into a dark, hollow place. She stared at the notebook, her breath shaking. Was Daniel meeting someone? Was he planning something behind her back? Why had he never mentioned any of this? With trembling hands, she opened another page. More dates, more meetings, and one line she couldn't ignore. Emily must never find out. Her world cracked open. Tears stung her eyes as she slumped onto the chair. The house felt colder now. The walls felt unfamiliar. She stared at the words again and again until they blurred. Emily must never find out. What was he hiding? Why did he keep these meetings secret? What was he afraid she would discover? She felt a scream rising in her chest, but it never escaped. Instead, she whispered his name like a question she already feared the answer to. Daniel, why? Hours passed before she gathered the courage to leave home. She needed answers. She needed the truth. She drove to the address written beside the final entry. A small hotel on the outskirts of town. Quiet, discreet, almost invisible. Emily stepped inside, her heart pounding. Every step she took felt like walking toward the end of her marriage. She asked for room 214. The receptionist gave her a puzzled look, but didn't stop her. Her hands trembled as she knocked. No answer. She knocked again. Still nothing. With shaking fingers, she turned the handle. The door opened. The room was dimly lit, the curtains slightly open, letting in a sliver of cold moonlight. She stepped inside, her breath shallow. And then she saw Daniel, sitting in a chair, holding a small box, his shoulders hunched, his expression heavy. But he wasn't alone. A woman stood near him, young, elegant, wearing a soft blue coat. Emily felt her world collapse. She grabbed the doorframe to steady herself. Daniel's eyes widened in shock when he saw her. "Emily," he whispered, What are you doing here?" A knife twisted inside her chest. "That's what I should be asking," she whispered back, her voice cracking. "What are you doing here? And who is she?" For a moment, the room was silent except for the sound of Emily's trembling breath. The woman stepped forward gently. "Emily, please don't misunderstand." Emily's voice broke. "Don't misunderstand? I found your notebook. The meetings. The dates. The line that said, 'I should never know.' Daniel, what is going on?" Daniel stood up slowly. His eyes were red. He looked like someone carrying a weight too heavy to bear. "I didn't want to tell you yet," he whispered. "I wasn't ready." Emily felt anger ignite through her pain. "Tell me what? That you've been meeting her? In secret? Repeatedly?" The woman looked at Daniel, then back at Emily. "Emily, I'm so sorry. My name is Dr. Harper." Emily froze. "Doctor?" Daniel ran a shaking hand through his hair. "I've been seeing her for months," he said quietly. "I didn't want to worry you. I didn't want you to look at me differently." Emily stepped back. "Look at you differently? Daniel, you lied. You hid things. You disappeared. You told her I must never find out." "Why?" Daniel swallowed hard. "Because I wanted more time with you, without you knowing I was running out of it." The room fell silent. Emily stopped breathing for a moment. "What?" she whispered. Daniel's voice cracked.
"I'm sick, Emmy."
The world tilted. The treatments, the tests, the surgeries they recommended. I couldn't accept it. I didn't want to bring this pain into our home. I wanted to protect you from it. Emily covered her mouth, tears spilling uncontrollably. "Daniel, why didn't you tell me?" "Because," he whispered, "every day with you feels normal, safe, beautiful. I wanted to protect that normal for as long as I could, even if it meant hiding the truth." Emily collapsed into a chair, sobbing. She felt broken, confused, angry, relieved, devastated, all at once. Dr. Harper stepped back, giving them space. "I told him to tell you," she said softly. "You deserve to know." But he refused. Emily stared at Daniel through blurred tears. "All those meetings, the late nights, the secret appointments, were all because you're sick?" Daniel nodded slowly. Emily let out a painful, trembling breath. She walked to him, placed a hand on his face, and whispered, "You fool, you should have told me. You should have let me hold your pain." Daniel closed his eyes, leaning into her touch. "I didn't want you to be scared." Emily hugged him tightly, sobbing into his shoulder. "I'm scared now," she whispered, "but at least I know the truth." For a moment, the world felt heavy but honest. But then, just when Emily thought she understood everything, Daniel stepped back, looked at the woman, then looked at Emily and said something that pierced her deeper than any secret ever could. "There's more. I haven't told you." Emily froze. "What more?" Daniel hesitated. Dr. Harper lowered her eyes. And then Daniel spoke 3 words that shattered everything. "She's my daughter." The room spun. Emily couldn't breathe. "Daughter?" Daniel's voice trembled. "From before I met you, I never knew about her. Her mother passed away last year. She came looking for me. I didn't know how to tell you. I was afraid. I didn't want to lose you. I didn't know how to bring a grown daughter into our lives, especially now with everything happening." Emily stared at him as if looking at a stranger. "You've been meeting her in secret," she whispered, numb. "Because she's your daughter?" Daniel nodded with tears in his eyes. And I didn't want you to think I betrayed you. Emily stepped back, a cold wave rushing over her. You didn't betray me by having a past, she said softly. You betrayed me by hiding your present. Her voice cracked. You lied about your health. You lied about your child. You lied about your life. Daniel, how am I supposed to trust you now? Daniel broke into tears. I was trying to protect you. Emily shook her head slowly, heartbroken. No, you were trying to protect yourself from losing me. And in doing so, you may have lost me anyway. Silence filled the room. Pain thickened the air. Dr. Harper looked away, tears in her own eyes. Daniel sank to his knees, sobbing. And Emily walked toward the door, her voice trembling but firm. I loved you enough to face any truth, Daniel. But you didn't trust me with it. That's the real secret you never told anyone. She paused at the doorway, looking back one last time. I don't know what happens next, but I know one thing. The man I trusted would never have hidden an entire life from me. And with that, she walked out, leaving Daniel in the silent room, and leaving the viewers with the painful truth. Sometimes the secret isn't the illness, or the child, or the past. Sometimes the real secret is the person you thought you knew.